We aren't even 20 games into the 2025 MLB season, but I can already tell that the Phillies are setting themselves up for another miserable end to their season. Sure, they are going to make the playoffs, but is this the team that can go all the way and win a World Series? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm so sorry I haven't posted in so long. Senior year has been crazy busy for me, and after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, getting content out was harder than usual. But as the summer months are upon us and I begin to take the next steps towards college, I hope to be more consistent for you guys. Hopefully way more consistent than this Phillies offense, which we'll talk about in just a second. Since 2022, the Phillies have had the same mindset, mash the baseball. That mindset is all fine and dandy when they are mashing the baseball, but when they don't, it can get pretty ugly. At the time of this recording, 16 games into the season, there are only 2 hitters on the team with an OPS above 800, those being Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos. The big money guys aren't doing enough to power this lineup. Trey Turner is hitting .236 with a .656 OPS at the top of the order, and Bryce Harper is batting .246 with a .738 OPS while being the number 3 hitter. On a team with this many big names and superstars, I expect a way better performance and way more consistency than what we have seen thus far. Alec Bohm and Brandon Marsh, 2 guys that need to prove themselves this year, have come out of the gate ice cold. Bohm is hitting .156 with an OPS below 400, and Brandon Marsh is hitting just over 100. These 2 could very well be on the chopping block at the trade deadline or going into next season, so if they don't pick it up, they might be packing their bags pretty soon. For the most part, the starting rotation has kept the Phillies in these games. Guys in the rotation are stepping up, including Taijuan Walker, who besides the second inning against the Giants has been scoreless this season. The offense has given them zero help. Aaron Nola has pitched well in 2 of his 3 outings this season, but with no help from the offense, he has picked up a couple of losses. For a team that has spent the big bucks on the offense, they shouldn't be completely relying on their pitching to tack on wins. I made it clear in my opinions on this team going into the season. You can't do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That is the definition of insanity. Running it back after 2022 made sense. Even running it back after 2023 made some sense. But running it back after a 3rd consecutive offensive no-show in the playoffs makes no sense at all. They need to change something, whether that be the players in the lineup or the hitting coach. I have long hated Kevin Long, and I believe he has a crappy approach to hitting. I mean, who am I to talk? I'm sitting behind a microphone right now with no experience compared to him. But if you watch the Phillies and listen to what his coaching staff is saying, you have to be mind blown. Their entire approach is to try and hit everything, even if it means striking out a lot. In baseball, not everything has to be a home run, but to Kevin Long, it does. After 3 failed seasons under this same approach, you would think something had to have changed. At the very least, the mindset and approach needed to change. It didn't, however, meaning the Phillies are setting themselves up for another miserable end to the season. I just don't understand it anymore. I want to believe that they can win the World Series in 2025. I think they can, but I have watched 3 consecutive playoff runs that have ended with the offense going ice cold, some of the worst hitting I have ever seen watching baseball throughout my life. The streakiness of the Phillies cannot withstand an entire playoff run, so even if they get hot to start the playoffs, they cannot maintain it through the World Series like we saw in 2022. In terms of fixing this problem, they're kind of stuck right now. They have so many guys under huge contracts, they're sticking with their terrible hitting coach, and their approach seems to be remaining the same. I guess all we can hope for is that the pitching can become lights out and make up for the misfortunes on offense. Yeah, I understand the Phillies will go on a tear mashing the baseball this summer, but when October comes, the lights are too bright for this offense, and it's really a shame. Let me know what you guys think about the Phillies offense down in the comments, and if you think that their season will end in disaster like it has the last couple of seasons. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to never miss any of my uploads. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you made it to the end. From now on, I hope to be more consistent for you guys, and I'm looking forward to making some good Philly sports content for you guys all to enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video.